I think the hemp cigarette
Hmm.
is gonna be like, it's kind of like pre-rolls. Like when California legalized in 2018, if you had asked me in 2017, hey, what product is gonna like vanish, I would have said pre-rolls. Like pre-rolls are
Hmm.
just gonna be gone. I totally missed that because pre-rolls are huge, at least in
I would
California.
enjoy. I would agree. I totally messed up on that one too
Because I
until
just
like,
thought, well, people just buy the weed and roll their own
yeah,
joint because I roll my own joints, but they're convenient. There's a reason why
yeah,
cigarettes are so
and
popular because it's
and
convenient.
and I realized that too. I can't remember why because I was like a little bit of in a tunnel, like building that out. Like growing 80 acres was not an easy thing, so it's like I had no life there for a while. And once I was getting back out and kind of like really, getting to know a couple different communities and see what their reactions was, I saw the same thing. It's like, oh my gosh, these pre rolls, like people really, really love them. And then I started smoking them, and then I was like, okay, all right, I'm now my own target market. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. So like one of our clients has some really great pre-rolls too. And it's like there's definitely a future
And
there, but it
and
has to be
they've, yeah.
quality. If you're just using trim or anything like that, like dude, get that out of here.
Well,
You
that's
gotta
that's what's
use
that's what's
the good
cool is,
bud.
yeah, it's all flour, no trim, the good ones, and
Yeah.
they're infusing them now with rosin and keef and all
Yep.
this stuff. And
Yep.
I
Yep.
think we'll see the same thing on the hemp side. I'm really interested in the extraction capabilities of hemp because I have a rosin press, a rosin tech here at home, and I press a lot of my own rosin. And I've been pressing hemp. I've been pressing your hemp flower, but like maybe my press is too little, or the hemp
Yeah.
like doesn't squish as good. But I think
Yeah.
if you could do the live rosin approach, I'd love to see somebody do it and just to understand how possible
Yeah.
is this to take fresh
Pe-
frozen hemp, make
Yep.
ice water hash, freeze dry it, and squash it because that's how they're
Hmm.
making all the really good live
Yeah.
rosin with cannabis. Can we
People
do
keep
that?
talking about it, yeah, but I just haven't seen anyone do it just because I think what happened there was 2019 flooded the market. And so there's so much oil in the background that, you know, the boutique, they don't see the value in it just because you can
Right.
buy, a liter for
Well,
like
in
nothing
the
anymore.
exactly, and everybody's turning into CBD isolate and liters of distillate. And distillate, the thing about distillation is, I try not to shame any product or extraction type. I think they all have their place, and I think
Hmm.
distillate is scalable, right? It helps scale brands, it
Hmm.
helps scale product lines. I
Hmm.
don't use it in my products because I like the real whole plant, but
Hmm. Hmm.
I get distillate. It's cool. You can, you're just extracting the cannabinoids. But with hemp, most of it's gone, into distillation. Most of it's CO2 because that's where most of the bulk extractors are using CO2, which is a really good extraction method. It comes from the fossil fuel industry, but the solventless stuff, it's just starting to really pick back up in California. Like the legalization kind of derailed everybody
Hmm.
because like, I just bought a gram of live rosin, it's like $80, for a gram
Hmm.
of live rosin. That's really expensive when you can get some shatter, BHO shatter for $25 a gram.
Hmm.
But the market's starting to differentiate. And there's people that just want Budweiser, and then there's people that want, the
Yeah,
microbrew, the small
exactly.
batch. And
And
I think hemp's going to
yep,
follow that too. It's just going to
I
take a little
100%.
while.
That's exactly the analogy I use. Like, I mean, I compared the valley to the wine, but when I got into this, it was at the very beginning of the microbrewing, like really blow up kind of phase. And, I thought I was going to grow hops and start brewing beer and all that stuff until I found this. But like, definitely trying to form ourselves like a microbrewery. It's like we're
And
going to have
hemp
our boutique cultivars and our unique, style and all that and our
and
vibe.
products. I mean, a
And
good hemp
yeah.
cigarette that comes in a nice pack that looks like cigarettes, not the cones.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cones are like an occasion. But if
Mm-hmm.
you just want to strike, like a
Mm-hmm.
whatever cigarettes are, they're like 0.75 grams, or I can't remember what a tobacco cigarette is, but they got it down. Like
Yeah.
they got the
Yeah.
technology down to how to roll a really good tobacco cigarette. If we can get the right machinery to roll the perfect hemp joint and like
Mm-hmm.
and find the right percentage, maybe it's not a 15% CBD strain for that. Maybe it's a 4% CBD strain with a nice
Mm-hmm.
with a nice, subtle
Yeah.
terpene profile that actually is the best. We're gonna see
Yeah.
it. Marlboro will have a hemp cigarette
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
next 10 years.
we made some friends with a new genetic group this year that we're gonna try out that it's kind of like that. It's like it's a super high terpene profile, like set of strains, but their actual CBD content is a lot lower. Like the benefit of that is that you're getting all that flavor, but you're still coming in at completely compliant as a trimmed flower,
Completely
which is
compliant.
pretty hard to do.
And
So
CBD is a muscle relaxer. So
yeah,
a little bit is great, but for me at least, if I smoke 4 or 5 hemp joints, I do get a little bit sleepy,
chill. Yeah, you chill out. Yeah.
So if it was like 4%, then I could smoke 5 or 6 of them in a day, which is most like smokers are probably going to smoke 5 or 6 cigarettes in a day. So if you're trying to like, I just see the hemp cigarette as literally like the healthy cigarette. Like if we can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
people off of tobacco and
Hmm.
smoking hemp, it's way better
Hmm.
for you.
I agree.
There's always medicinal benefits. It's clean.
Hmm.
If we can like, that's why I really wanted to talk to you, Ron, because I think what you're doing and what people like you are doing in the hemp space is like the Trojan horse, because we can like change multiple industries because of the utility of hemp. Hemp is going to be a recreational product. There's going to be cigarettes, beverages, edibles. There already is, but there's going to be all
Hmm.
these, quote unquote recreational products. But then there's the industrial side, the hempcrete. It's like,
Yep.
and if we approach it from this kind of holistic way, because we're the leaders, like nobody's an expert on regenerative hemp farming more than you, or people like you that are actually doing it. Like politicians aren't the experts on it.
Definitely not.
Fortune 500 company CEOs aren't the experts on it. Like you are, like we are. This community is the experts on it. So we actually have the bully pulpit right now to say, hey, this is how you do it. You don't do it like this. You do it like this. You do it in a regenerative manner. You do it in a way that is fun and exciting, and it's Tesla. It's not a
Hmm. Right.
Prius, it's Tesla. Like we're going to make
Yeah.
this fun and sexy and styly and cool because we're good capitalists and good marketers, but we also care about people and the environment and the crop that we produce, and like restoring some craftsmanship and integrity